Damn, baby girl, yeah, you look fly. Yeah, you look fly. Yeah, you look fly. You got it going on, can't even lie. And the booty crazy, oh my God. Yeah, why you gonna do it like that? Put that ass all on me. Niggas don't even know what to do with all that. No lie, no cap.
Welcome back to my channel or whatever. My name is the Hood Hippie. If you are new here, what's good, sis? Welcome. Today we are going to be doing a mukbang, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know, I've never done one before, but it's Vlogtober, day 3, and a bitch is hungry. So I went to one of my favorite places, which is Chipotle, and I got me a little burrito bowl, and I wanted to talk about something that one of my subscribers commented on my last video. If you have not seen my last video, I will link it up above. I did a book haul for spiritual, like healing type of books. And I mentioned in that video about my own spiritual journey and being a Christian, and somebody asked me to talk more about that. So I'm gonna talk more about that and give some tips on how to stay free while I eat my Chipotle. So let's see what we got in the bag. We got the on-brand Chipotle bag. I like to rip my bag open because the bowl is like right here and I'm short and I'm sitting low today. So I'm just gonna rip it open. I don't plan on reusing the bag. Anyway, I got some chips, yum. I got some sour cream and some red hot sauce. I got this because I saw it on TikTok. Somebody poured some of this into here and then poured that on their bowl, and it looked fire. So we about to try that. Also got what is Chipotle without guac. And then we got some vinaigrette, because if you're not using the vinaigrette on your bowls, your tacos, everything at Chipotle, you're sleep as fuck. Little napkin, little fork, and my burrito bowl. Let's get rid of that. So let me get a quick little thumbnail real quick. The girl who commented on my video, let me read it real quick. Let me read it real quick. So Shy Simone says, I have so many questions. My family is Christian and they criticize me about my spiritual journey, saying that it's witchcraft and I should really think about what I'm doing. Is there any way you could do a video on the subject? Well, here we are, sis. A day later, 9 hours later, I'm here doing a video. Thank you for the idea. I think that this is like something that so many people deal with as a black person. 90% chance that you grew up Christian, and if you grew up Pentecostal on top of that, Kojic, it's even worse. Baptist, it's even worse. 7-Day Adventist, AME, like some of my people. It's tough. So I did write down 5 things that I think are extremely helpful with starting your spiritual journey when you were raised Christian and when your family is still Christian and they are not on the same vibration as you. So it's good. Look, in my bowl I didn't get no rice because, you know, carbs, but I got beans. It's mostly just a protein bowl. So meat, beans, guacamole. I did put some cheese and some salsa. That's all I got. And I'm finna put here, and people always like, you eat meat? If you read my bio, you will know that I have always claimed to be a 76% plant-based mommy, meaning I do eat meat when my body wants to eat meat. I am not an anti-meat person. I was for a while. But I realized that I should be eating intuitively, and that means that food should not be playing such a, it shouldn't be that deep. Like, we know that certain foods aren't good for us, and that's the truth, but we also know that we've been eating meat since Methuselah. So yeah, so I'm gonna do what I do, but I do eat a lot of plant-based food, but I also enjoy a little meat when I want to, and right now I'm about to do that. I gotta put my hair back. When your locks get long, they be in the way, honey. They be in the motherfucking way. So I wrote down 5 things that's gonna help my good sis Shy get free and stay free. Like 2008 through like 2013, your girl was saved, okay? Praise dancing, preaching, doing it all. But it just wasn't for me. I didn't feel like filled, you know? There was a lot of things that I didn't like being in the church, and I understand like the people in the church are just people. They're just humans that are trying to figure their shit out just like everybody else. But I've always been a real nigga. Even as a Christian, I've always been a very like transparent person, and I honestly really believe in that. Like, but that's just not something that's taught there, and if that's not there, then that's not for me. It's just not for me. Here's 5 things that'll help you on your spiritual journey when you are coming out of Christianity and your family is still in it. The first thing is to listen to your own intuition, and anyone telling you not to trust yourself is against you. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, like, as you are going on your own spiritual journey, there's gonna be things that are new, and everything from what you were taught is gonna not feel demonic, but you're gonna have that thought like, oh, this is like the devil. They told me this was the devil. But when you really break things down, do you feel that way, or do they feel like, is that what your body is telling you? Is that what that feeling down in the pit of your stomach? Like, your intuition is a natural thing given to us by God to judge situations, energies, vibes, all that stuff. Your gut is never wrong, and the more you use it, the stronger it gets, girl. So that would be my first piece of advice. And the second part of it, which is to anyone telling you not to trust your own intuition is against you. There are plenty of times where in the church they will say something of that nature, like, oh, you can't trust that, like, you know, you can't trust yourself. Basically, you always got to go through them or go through, you know, the pastor or whatever the case may be. They want to control you. Like, that sounds like control to me. Like, why am I not smart enough? Why am I not whole enough? Why am I not tuned in enough to be able to make these calls for my life? I'm the only person who has to walk this journey and walk this walk. So I think God made me self-sufficient just like he made you self-sufficient. I don't think you need to be my sound of reason for me. Like, the fuck? I think I talk too much to do mukbangs. Like, let me mix this up. Okay, so this is what this look like. Now, I don't normally do sour cream or cheese because, you know, plant-based mommy, that mucus don't really work for me. I got allergies. But we finna see what this is hitting for. Yeah, that's hitting. That's hitting. Second thing on my list is do your own research. In Christianity, they believe that the Bible is the central source of truth. If you are starting your spiritual journey, that means that you probably don't believe that to be a central source of truth. Welcome. God gave us brains. God gave us knowledge. God gave us tools. And I think it would be silly of us not to use them for our own benefit. So, what do I mean by do your own research? What I mean by that is, for example, when I was a Christian who believed, I'm a Capricorn. Let's go back. Let's take 3 steps back. I'm a Capricorn. You're not gonna just tell me something and not be able to prove it, right? Or tell me something and then be like, oh, you know, it's a spiritual book, so you have to look at it from your spiritual eyes, right? Which is like, okay, we could look at it from my spiritual eyes. I resonate with that. That makes sense, right? But you're not gonna tell me something that just doesn't add up. For example, when we start talking about the history of the Bible and like where it comes from, the different versions and why there's different versions, and the fact that there were passages removed and edited and taken out depending on the error. There were whole books of the Bible that were removed throughout different eras of time depending on what was going on in the world. Like, that is not something that is questionable. That is a fact, right? That is a hard fact. But as you're starting your spiritual practice, you also want to do research on anything that you bring into your life, because as above, so below. There is light in spirituality and there is dark in spirituality. There is duality in all things. So you really have to be careful about the things that you dibble and dabble in. Who your people were right about saying, you know, you gotta really be careful, because some of this shit will open up doors and portals and you'll be looking crazy because you can't sleep when somebody fucking with you. Like, do your research before you just jump head first into anything. Don't be doing full moon rituals and burning papers under the full moon if you don't know where that comes from and what it means and like all that type of stuff. Just because you saw it on witchy TikTok or Instagram and you thought it was deep, like, I'm not saying that I don't do that. I'm just saying before you do it, you need to really understand what you're in, right? And that goes for any spiritual practice that you have. It's a spiritual practice, it's a spiritual discipline, and a part of being disciplined is learning the history of where things come from. That is so important in all things. My third piece of advice is to challenge everything and everyone. Because the Bible said so is not an acceptable answer to me in any type of debate. Once you've said that, that means that you cannot prove your argument and you're trying to, you know, put this boom at the end as if it really means something. The Bible only means something to those who believe in it, right? Like, I believe in the Bible. I do not believe in the Bible literally, right? Because as I was told, it's a spiritual book, right? So we all need to look at it from a spiritual perspective. Don't ever let anybody make you feel bad or try to guilt trip you into remaining stuck. If you are searching for other things, that means you are not fulfilled. Christianity can and will fulfill some people, but if it does not fulfill you, that is okay. Like, it is not a bad thing. Oh, this is my Yeti cup, y'all. I got this on Etsy. It's a Yeti. It's a Kiki. That's another one of my names, but my people call me that. I got some LaCroix in here. Yes, I do like cracker water. It's good to me. Wait, let me get into these chips before I get into number 4. So I'm gonna try to dip my chip into this little sauce I made. Number 4, everybody is not going to be okay or accepting of your spiritual journey or your spiritual practices, and you have to learn to be okay with that. That is the most important piece of advice that I have to give today, honey. I have a number 5, which is like even better, but like this one is like really, I really want to drill this home, that like your spiritual practice help your spirit. They help nobody else's spirit but yours. So they help you heal the wounds that you need to heal. They help you feel whole and to feel peace. It doesn't have to be like that for anybody else. You're only doing this for yourself at the end of the day. Like, so fuck them. And I know that's hard to say because I have grandparents, I have aunts and uncles and cousins and whatnot who don't believe the same things that I may believe, and I'm okay with that, right? Like, and you also have to set up boundaries with the people who believe differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to talk to you about the Bible. I don't. I mean, I will, right? But I don't want to talk to you if you're going to be, you know, condemning my choices or trying to make me feel bad or trying to convert me or whatnot. Like, that's just a boundary that I put up, and everybody, as long as you're okay with that, you can remain in my life. But the moment you start violating my boundaries and trying to guilt trip me into doing what you want me to do, the things that do not bring me peace, then we have a problem. Goddamn Chipotle is so good. The 5th and final thing that I have is to free yourself from outside affirmations and be free to affirm yourself, period. What I mean by this is sometimes people will be like, oh, I just want my mama to be proud of me. Like, and that's valid, right? That's so real. Like, as humans, we only want the people that we love to feel proud of us, to feel like we're doing good, right? But there comes a certain point in life where you have to be proud of yourself, right? You have to affirm yourself. You have to be content within yourself and not be waiting for other people to tell you that it's okay or to give you that like thumbs up that you can keep doing what you're doing. Because if you're doing that, you're going to be stuck in a place. It doesn't allow for your growth. Everybody is different. I said that so many times in this video, but like I really want to drill that home, that everything is not for everybody, and that is okay. All right, like that is okay. Everything is not for everybody, and stop trying to make it be for everybody. Like no. Learn to affirm yourself. Learn to be proud of yourself. Learn to be content and have peace. Learn how to bring peace to yourself. You are the only motherfucker on this earth that can be you, that can do you, and that is where your power lands. When you figure out that you the only motherfucker on this bitch that can do what you do, you really stop giving a fuck about other motherfuckers and what they think. Parents, grandparents, godparents, auntie, uncles, everybody. I don't give a fuck. I love you. I love you. I love everybody. But I love myself more. That's it. That's my little piece of advice. I don't think I'm gonna be doing no more mukbangs because I'll be fucking hungry and like I'm gonna take away too much from my eating. Oh, I fucking love this Yeti cup. Yeti, if you're watching this, please hook your girl up. I love y'all. I might have to change my YouTube dreams from getting free Fashion Nova and free lip gloss to getting free Yeti cups. Like maybe that should be my next dream. Anyway, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, the hood or the hippie. Comment down below with who you think you got today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up so we can continue to fuck with this YouTube algorithm. Otherwise, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.